Good morning. It is Friday. It's December 8th. This is the 18th journal entry of my Stoic journal. Heard a great quote yesterday. Heraclitus, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he is not the same man. And when you are a sales manager and you are dealing with coaching or mentoring a salesperson who, if they're doing their job, continues to collect rejection after rejection after rejection, that is a great reminder to them that every day is a blank slate and they are a new and better them. And it is their choice. It is my choice to be jaded about the people that hang up on me or ghost me or tell me to go jump in the lake or whatever, and or just get selective amnesia. And one of the things that I shared with this particular person who is oozing with talent but is also a sensitive soul is that you have to get selective amnesia. You have to let go of the rejection and the negative, and you have to be like Velcro with the positive and the evidence that will point to your own ability to perform and be a good advocate. And I firmly believe that if you know in your heart you're good at what you do, you can look people in the eye and let them know that you are completely comfortable with the outcome of them and trusting their transaction, in our case, to your care. I've always said that, and I believe in the phrase confidence is magic also, but that, I think, really made a big difference to this person, and I'm going to hold her accountable. We've got a mentoring relationship, and we're going to have some accountability going forward. These videos are my own accountability, my own self-accountability. No man ever steps in the same river twice. Such a profound and deep and truthful thing to remember when you have kind of a monotonous job that involves coming up to the plate and striking out more than you put the bat on the ball. Now, that being said, I have to say that as a 56-year-old man, that when I hear names like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus and Heraclitus and stuff like that, my mind immediately goes back to Monty Python and Biggest Dickus. And in my head, and for years, my friends and I have always been like, Minimus Wankus and, all this stuff whenever we come up with this stuff. And, it's just a fun joke between me and my friends. This does not mean that for any reason I have any less respect for these ancient philosophers. I went to a Catholic university. I was immersed in philosophy and the liberal arts and liberal thinking. Great respect for, the great names, right? But I still can't help going down that Monty Python road in my head, and like Biggest Dickus once said, or Maximus Wankus just said, and just I can't help it. So if that insults you, that's your problem. Let it go. Okay. I'm going to link to a meditation that I did this morning. My intention today is to want what I have. And, many of the things that I will talk about come against the backdrop of, some financial distress, I got a hole to dig out of. And it's easy for my mind to wander even when I'm meditating on, I got to take care of this. How am I going to manage that? Who's Peter? Who's Paul this week? Things like that. But this meditation that I did this morning was on radical acceptance. Now, it was a Stoic meditation, but I've said this before. I'll say it again. I am so impressed. I'm so deeply affected by the fact that Stoic principles are actually being applied in DBT, such as radical acceptance. And I think the first thing we teach kids when they're in preschool the first Stoic principle they learn is you get what you get and you don't get upset. That is a cute little way of saying amor fati. It's radical acceptance. You get what you get and you don't get upset. Even better, if you can go along with, if you can get your mind around it, and this is not something we tell the kids, but loving what happens, right? And what this meditation also said is that obviously you can't love when like a loved one dies, but you can love the fact that you had them to love, right? So I was a little bit all over the place this morning. That's going to happen, but leaving you with this deep and impactful idea that no man ever steps in the same river twice, and that is a good thing. Amar Fati.